I wrote about knife crime in the capital because really it's about the growing feeling that on the streets of London you can do as you please. We had an elderly man, 87 years old, murdered in his mobility scooter. Just such a shocking crime. But it just shows you, again, this is in broad daylight, it shows you the level of bravery that criminals have in London, and I think it's time that we did something about it. I think it's long overdue. And the other incident that pushed me as well is the fact that on Oxford Street, we had a mob just descend on Oxford Street, loot shops, fight with the police, and then disperse and go their merry way. These things are close to a huge amount of public disorder. We need to tackle them now. That means backing the police and asking them to do a better job.
Now, in the Daily Telegraph today, it's a report that Sadiq Khan blames the spate of London murders on the cost of living crisis and the hot weather. What seems bizarre to me, but what do you make of that?
Look, it's par for the course for Sadiq Khan. Why he's been such a terrible mayor, he'll never take responsibility for anything. If he doesn't think that there's things that can be done to fix crime, then we're all in trouble. And not just in London, by the way. The crime in London is so bad now, we're exporting it across the country with county lines or whatever. So the whole country has a stake in this being solved. And look, he's blamed it on parents, he's blamed it on Twitter, he's now blamed it on the weather and cost of living crisis. The thing I know that he doesn't know, most poor people have absolutely nothing to do with crime. They spend all their time trying to make ends meet, not going out committing crimes. This is just to cover the fact that for 6 years now, he hasn't managed the police properly, and we're seeing the results of that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is the solution to the knife crime in London?
There's a number of things. Firstly, we need to go back to the police and say, you need to be able to do stop and search properly and regularly. We need to stop all people all of the time. We need knife arches. We need wands so that the police can say to people in a community, look, we're looking for weapons. We're not looking for your drugs. We're not looking to harass. We're looking for weapons. Everybody would get behind that and wand people down and get these weapons off the street. There's technology out there in the world, which means you can scan large numbers of people to see what they have in their pockets. And I think that's justified when the level of murder in London is so high. These are just 2 steps you could take. But the really important step is to back the police. The mayor, since before he was elected, has always talked down stop and search. It's put the police in a tricky area, and now your rank and file officer doesn't know if they're coming or going, so they just don't do it.